What the fuck's up, y'all? PTB and Drew Man coming back at you again. From their freaking dope ass album review. It's been a while, man.
Yeah, it's been a while. All
fucking
busy.
Excited?
Yeah, I'm dope, man. Down to do this
Very
shit.
fucking excited. All right, so we have a Patreon album review request that got put in by a Minotaus, and of course, you remember we reacted to like 3 different albums from Minotaus. So this was his pick. Slice the Cake, Odyssey to the West. He says this band is fucking wild. It's gonna blow us away.
Never heard of them.
I've only heard one song, two songs by his band. That's it. And dude, they're fucking fantastic. So without further ado, let's get at it.
So, here we find ourselves again. One might think it's such a pity to be standing on the razor's edge. No, how Arkham would be ashamed. Or so the dreams appear to say. Oh, see, they tell of known wretched men who strayed far from the path, and they tell of nameless, faceless men whose every detail shrouds itself in myth. And with poeticism, with insight, and with tragic glee.
There we go.
What does this speak of me if I look on so curious and unappeased? Would such a thing be read and understood so easily? If it was to be, then surely it would be. This surely is a dichotomy so prevalent and irrevocably elegant. So I've come to see.
There we go. That's better.
Why does it haunt me so? What agency is mine to bring to a union with the preordained? What of the fates to gain from a destitute and witless being, long discarded by the way? So is this a treatise or is this a game? Is this pleasure or is this pain? Or is there something more elusive? Perhaps this could be destiny. But as long as I draw breath, I'll not let it make a fool of me. Lest I wander to the gallows and hang until I'm dead. I've seen the mountain in my dreams, and I shall see it till the end.
That's cool.
Could have been so beautiful.
That's wild.
Acoustic shit.
Why won't you fly with me? What have I done?
Where'd that come from?
It's not even the same song, I just noticed. It's called The City of Destruction for this one. Led right into it, didn't even know it was the next song. Reminds me of the Black Dahlia murder. Dude. It's fucking drums, bro. Is it gonna lead right into the next song? There it is. This is the first one I've heard.
Very interesting.
Really cool how it leads right into the next song.
No fade outs.
No, I love it. Love this fucking song, bro. So good. What do you think so far? Like it? You like it?
Yeah, it's good, man. Killer.
Just wait for this next part. You'll fucking love it, dude. You'll love this next part. Coming up.
What are we to do, my love? What are
part's so good, dude. So fucking good, man. It's not over yet. Wait, just wait.
Yep.
Yeah. They're all over the place, dude. All over the place. I love how it goes from song to song just like that. That's crazy.
What's that? What's that?
I said I love how it goes from song to song.
Oh yeah. So right in, without any fade outs or anything. Dude, this is fucking sick, man.
I can't even stop. Like, it's just an album that just goes on and on and on and on and on. There's no break.
Yeah.
Every song leads into another song. I'm trying to read each song. The Man of Papyrus Limbs.
Cast in the cold light of day, what is home but a place to lay one's head? Does the pilgrim's
They like
way seem
clean
bliss in
stuff a lot.
stagnant glimpse? Or is there something to be said for the comfort of the nest? Because it doesn't seem so clear to me anymore.
You hear that bass?
What?
The bass? You hear the fucking bass?
Yeah.
Dude.
That's crazy.
That's nuts, dude.
Like flamenco. Flamenco, whatever they call it.
So fucking good, bro.
Makes me want a piece of cake.
Right? I'm fucking hungry, dude.
Slice the cake.
Do we get a break? Do
No,
we get a break?
How many songs are there? Westward Bound or one, the lantern.
The lantern.
I wonder why they always go into a clean, like, kind of tone. I mean,
I
it's
love how
cool,
the
but-
whole album just goes together. There's not one break.
Yeah. Dun, 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 dun.
Time's passage, though. What world would such things be without a pen with which to write or a voice with which to speak? If I thought she gazing back at me as the second night descends. Time steals us all away one day, does it not? It robs us of the things we want to hold on to the most. Believe me when I say that it lies in wait for no man or woman to make their haste. Just as easily 1,000 years would go to waste. The work is all the same. The body I have got is a nut. Perhaps it is a plus I've lost.
Dude, the pan
Perhaps
effect.
I've lost my way.
That's cool.
Am I not the same? Am I not treading the one and only pilgrim's westward way? To do the workings of the one and only thing. Have I not come this very way? Search of higher things at stake. I have seen it manifest, and I have seen it ache. And I have been the squander, and I have been the mirth as their eyes have had from heaven sent to guide them to the path. Yes, they fuss in their impurity and mock the very way in which the nourishing and the murmuring just
fuck, man. Wow.
She told me once. This is what happens in the mountains.
beats.
Fuck! Yeah! Sounds like Mountains of Man a little bit. Is that our break? Is that our break? Oh my fucking god, bro. That's our break.
Wait.
We finally found a track that actually ended. That was 1 through 7, dude. That was 1 through 7.
I didn't really notice. I mean, like, it was that good. It was good, you know? It was just like one song. Hell, if it's one song, it's one song.
Bro.
It was good.
We gotta do the lyrics.
All right. Slice the cake.
The Razor's Edge. So here we find ourselves again, and one might think it's such a pity to be standing on the razor's edge. Know how Oakham would be ashamed. Oakham's razor is a saying. I don't know what it's from, but yeah, I know that Bleed the Sky has a song called Oakham's Razor, but or so the dreams appear to say. Oh, see, they tell of numb and wretched men who have strayed far from the path. And they tell of nameless, faceless men whose every detail shrouds itself in myth. And with poeticism, with insight, and with tragic glee. Oh, what does this speak of me? If I look on so curious and unappeased, would such a thing be ready and understood so easily? Be read and understood so easily. If it was to be, then surely it would be. This surely is a decomedy? I don't know what the fuck that is.
Yeah, I think it is.
Decomedy? So prevalent and irrevocably elegant. So I've come to see. Then why does it haunt me so? What agency is mine to bring to a union with the preordained? What have the fates to gain from a destitute and witless being, long discarded by the way? So is this a treatise, or is it a game? Is this pleasure, or is this pain? Or is there something more elusive? Perhaps this could be destiny, but as long as I draw breath, I will not let it make a fool of me, lest I wander to the gallows and hang until I'm dead. I've seen the mountains in my dream. I've seen the mountain in my dreams, and I shall seek it till the end.
So beneath this sight of God, shall I forever march in deep into the pines and find my place in all, in everything might just overcome? But what of it, my dear? Oh, what of it, my love? Oh, how I hate to see us apart. But I must deceive you again. I'm sorry, but the voices that call me ring inside my head. It pains me so. The visions torment amidst my fears and sins, and nothing wagered, nothing earned. And for this I leave a rose beside your head and a crown of thorns. Wow.
Bro, that's poetry. Like that, none of
Yeah.
it is repeated. None of it is repeated. It's all just lyrics put together. None of it repeats. There's no chorus. There's no verse. There's nothing that repeats. That's fantastic. All right, well, the next song to look at is
Part 2.
All right, what's the name of this one? The City of what? The City of Destruction. All right. What have we done? We have raised such towers in our image. Chaos reigns. We shall pay dearly with fires and floods and the weeping. Come sweetly unto me, so that all might be cinders. And all things led to here, and all ways to here, where the pathways terminate and clarity dissipates. And all things lead to here, where the heart lays gray and withered. And all things lead to here, where the fissures stir beneath your feet. And all things lead to here, where the crimson veil descends.
What have we done? We've raised such mountains in defiance. Malice reigns. They shall pay dearly with dust and with ash, with terror as the very skies rain fires. It is feared that It is fear they shall known as it pours upon their figured headed crowns. Ash to ash, dust to dust, this world shall come to realize its
Decadence.
decadence.
O sins of iron compass, why do they lead me here? Why do they lead them here? Born and bred of wicked ways where reason dissipates. Posed as shepherds, they lead the lambs to slaughter. Sheared of their innocence, the lambs lie bleeding naked. They speak of rebirth, a pox of their new age, on their new age. Surely madness reigns, diseased with dis-ease, like disease, but it's dis-ease. With the remnants of what came before shall they stumble and then fall. Now all that is left is to shovel the shit. So I pray for peace amidst the madness. Be free and without pain. I pray for your holy mercy, or so I thought. So hear me. Okay.
Alright. So hear me now as I prostrate upon the floor. I renounce myself so that the winds might take me westward. Be free and without pain. I prayed for your holy mercy, or so I left, or so I felt. So in these fissures, I sacrifice a mortal path in favor of thee. I relegate these bones to the mortal frame is yours to keep. Behold this vessel. Do with it as thy will before it is all. Goddamn.
Do with it as thy will before it all goes to waste.
There you go. Before it all goes to waste, I'll live forever in exile. Jesus Christ.
Bro, this is some fucking Lovecraft shit. This is like raising Cthulhu from the fucking depths or something.
Killing my eyes.
Bro, that's crazy, dude. Alright, next up, Stone and Silver, the Mountains of Man. Finally a website. There we go. Mountains of Man. Oh my god, bro. Why won't you raise with me the mountains of man? Oh my love, if only you could see the state of our impiety. It bubbles through the impotence of our rage and of our love. As we make mockeries. This hurt my eyes, bro. As we make mockeries
You gotta zoom in more.
of union,
There we go.
our deviance
We're
is
blind, man.
consummated. Oh, it should be plain to see how we raise our petty banners in defiance of the purity. Sorry.
That waits within. If only we were to see that all that we hold dear shall all disintegrate one day. Disintegrate one day. It's not but stone and silver. And so I go travel towards the setting sun. The chariot waves beneath its glow. Sat astride the winds of Icarus. I know now no place but hold on. I know no place to go but westward bound to make it so. Go ahead.
It's over, my dear. I only wish that I could stay, but really there is no other way that this could be, unless you save yourself, but you wouldn't, would you? Why won't you fly with me? Imagine what we would be if you could only listen to the heartbeat of the truth and the sigils of the earth, the invisible and endless hum of life from since the word was spoke. Why won't you listen to me? It is so fractal that it lacks a sense of clarity for you.
Oh, what are we to do? Oh, what are we to do, my love? Oh, hear how Babylon has fallen.
Stop. Babylon. This is the Bible, bro. This is Revelations. They're speaking of Revelations of how Babylon, God.
I don't know the Bible, man.
Yeah. So God smited Babylon because they were a city of sin.
Oh.
The mountains of man, I think, is a metaphor for towers, buildings that people build.
Made by
God
mankind?
God was pissed because the city of Babylon were trying to reach heaven. They were trying to reach heaven. They were trying to build a tower large enough or tall enough to reach heaven, and God got pissed at it and destroyed the city.
So you said they were built like they build like a trying kind of like a tower. That's why it's the mountain of man, because it's built by man. And tower.
That's what this is speaking of.
Mm.
Oh, hear how Babylon has fallen. Oh, bear witness to the mountains of man. Oh, bear witness with impunity as the tower crumbles and falls. It's in the Bible, bro. It falls. Babylon falls. There was a bitterness at heart. Why won't you fly? Oh God, why? You could have been here, my love. For what it's worth, why would one choose to stay amidst the decay? Is it too late for us to change, or are we bound to decomedy? Paradoxically, this is what it means to be between corpse and divinity. Discordance and serenity. If only we were to see that all that we hold dear shall all disintegrate as dust unto the winds of change. So take me, sweet release. I've found it's not but stone and silver. Fantastic, dude. Fantastic. I think that this whole album,
It's just very poetic and
it's
Bible related.
It's biblical. This is a very biblical album, like so far from what I'm reading.
Like
The horned god, the saint. It's the horned god. And so, as
maybe they're Christian.
Maybe they are. I don't fucking know if they are or not. But you want to read this one?
All right. And so, as darkness fell on the first of days, and the skyline opened wide, the heavens in their oblique, majesty did speak of an old and holy grace. Enumerate in starlight forms how the trees came to speak in tongues, and what it is they say, though a
through a conduit
of horn form. Go ahead.
O lowly pilgrim, how dare thee have the gall to seek my graven image, stead and swift among the grass and leaves. Know not of malice, O benefactor, know no pretense at my side. Know not of where it is you come from, no pilgrim. Know of these three things: the sword that is not a sword, the sound that is not a sound, the face that is not a face. These boons I give to thee, O pilgrim, to light the way home. Dude, this is some fucking deep shit. Alright. The man of papyrus limbs. Though the question remains present, cast in the cold light of day, what is home? The place to lay one's head.
Does the pilgrim's way see bliss in a stagnant glimpse, or is there something to be said for the comfort of the nest?
Because it doesn't seem so clear to me anymore. It feels it's been so long since I left what I once knew and loved.
I know it's but a day, but it feels it could, as on the
Could be aeons.
Aeons, born to die 1,000 times and born to live 1,000 more.
As stone and silver, I have been here before. I have been here before. All that is all there was, and all that shall become. The language of matter, writ large, all that's written, all that's heard, all that's spoken, all that's word, is known thus inherently through all as papyrus.
And so it was told, and so I told myself, and in that instant I knew, as above, so below.
It's also in the Bible, as below, so below.
This is like very poetic, you know, like not like Shakespeare poetic. I mean, kind of, in a certain way, but maybe like, I don't know, like a prayer. You seem like kind of like you see what it sounds like, you know. I know you said you would know more. I haven't read the Bible.
I have. These papyrus limbs, they teach that these arms, they are my
Doesn't mean I'm atheist. I just haven't read the Bible.
Yet I lay no claim of ownership to this temporary form. From thought to pen shall all things be written. From void to form shall all things be told. Ordo ab chaos. Order out of chaos. I believe that's what it means. I think it's Latin for order out of chaos.
Order of chaos.
Order out of chaos.
I'm gonna get that tattooed on me, slice cake.
Creating order out of chaos. All that is all there was, and all that shall become. The language of being writ large. Semantic keys. Semantic keys buried neath the mechanism fragments of the workings of the one thing made manifest. So in flesh is all. In all we see ourselves, reflected in the hall of sacred mirrors.
Who are we to proclaim such division in the works of one thing? Who are we to feed the yawning of the fishers with great work to be done? So mote it, I become the man of papyrus limbs to do the workings of the one thing.
It's all over, my dear. I only wish that I could stay, but really there is no other way that this could be. It's not but stone and silver. It's the same lyrics in the last of the Mountains of Man.
Mm-hmm.
Really cool. Alright, is this the next one? The lantern. With time's passage, though what's worth would such things be without a pen with which to write, or a voice with which to speak? If I found you gazing back at me as the second night descends. For time steals us all away one day, does it not? It robs us of the things we want to hold on to the most. And believe me when I say that it lies in wait for no man or woman to make their haste.
Just as easy, 1,000 years would go to waste. The work is all the same before the eye of God. It is not. Perhaps it is the plot I've lost. Perhaps I've lost my way. At this point, are they not the same? And I am not treading on one and only pilgrim's westward way.
To do the workings of the one and only thing. Have I not come this very way in search of higher things at stake? I have seen it manifest. I have seen it. I have been the swan, and I have been the murk, as their eyes avert from heaven, sent to guide them to their birth, as they foster their impurity and block the very way, in which the lurking and the murmuring shall speak from night to day. Will they choke upon their poison and speak the poison word, while not manifesting the purity that they sought?
What a shame. Oh, what a tragedy it is for these words to fall upon deaf ears, doomed to never reach their subject. Oh, what a fool am I to have labored and believed in such a petty human voice, in such petty human things, when it was clear from the beginning that we are westward souls.
I pray the night might take me. I pray the night might take me westward bound. To confront who we are, to confront
The shadow
self. I pray the night might take me if I must die 1,000 deaths and die 1,000 more, as nameless, faceless, restless men, who nightly reach death's door. Then pray this lantern lay still lit to adorn my very soul. She told me once, this is what happens in the mountains, where the light can't reach. So I go westward bound.
Sounds like there's some conflict in the mountains, and some darkness. It's,
I feel
it's
that
trying to
Babylon was a very evil city, and a lot of people decide to stay in Babylon because they enjoyed the orgies, they enjoyed the prostitution, they enjoyed
so it was
all
Sin
their
City.
Stuff. It's Sin City completely. Yeah, so God struck it down.
Sign me up. No.
This guy that's telling us the story is a traveler. He's a traveler
Right.
that wants to go westward bound. If you didn't know, we are the Western. We are the West. U.S. is the West. So he wants to travel far, far away from the Middle East, which is Babylon, basically. All right, next one. The Pilgrim's Progress. The Pilgrim is the guy speaking to us, I think. Westward bound, I've seen the light of day. The paintings on the wall of inner caves only appear where the light can't reach. Oh, what a blessing that my shadow follows me. I choose where the light gets in. An image mirroring my very being upon the canvas.
That is the earth we tread. That is the soil on which we step. And would you think me would be wrong as I speak to you? It's been too long since I have seen your face. I would think me to be wrong as I speak these truths to you.
Then stay your tongue, lest I cut it where you stand. O vile and sordid lech! Your tongue's so laced with barbs and filth that it can blight the very earth, and sicken us all beyond repair. O lecherous one, stay your tongue, lest I cut it where you stand. Don't think for a second that you be spared. And would you think me to be wrong as I speak to you? And would you think to be wrong as I speak these truths to you?
Oh, how they've long lay dormant, so hidden, occult, but buried neath your cinders. And this won't be the last of it. Heed my words, O pilgrim. This won't be the last of it. Silence, O lecherous and vile one. I condemn you to a never-ending quiet. Silence, O unholy, perversive one. Perverse one. I commend thee to ageless damnation.
Oh, be silent, thee sanctifier, pillager. I condemn thee to speak no more. Quiet. Oh, inevitable, cursed one. I must travel westward now. What's it, man? We are literally caught up. So I think that we are going to take a break real quick, and then we will get back to the rest of the album. So
far, it was pretty awesome.
Yeah, I really like it, dude.
The lyrics are very...
What do you think that he's speaking of? That's what I want to get.
It's kind of like what you said. It's like...
He's a traveler.
Yeah, like a traveler, and he's experiencing getting away from the dark places, and how he's trying to get to be on God's, be with God. He's trying to like move forward, and along the way there's sins, and there's gonna be a lot of conflicts and stuff, but he's just keeping forward, going forward. That's what I think. Like he's just going forward with his beliefs, Yeah,
that's what I see. All right, guys, we'll see you guys for part 2. I'm hoping that part 2 is gonna take us and finish the album, but if it doesn't, then we'll see you on the Castle in the Sky. And I already reacted to Kawatani's Castle in the Sky, which is a song on one of their older albums. But yeah, we'll see you guys soon. Peace.